What is up, everybody? Today I finally breathe a big fat sigh of relief because I'm on the 636 and it's running. And it's running fantastically. There's no ticking, there's no weird noises, there's nothing. And it's got plenty of power and it's insane. So, quick recap if you're just joining us. Over the past 2 months, I guess, late January, early February, I had an accident on this bike and it cracked the head. Okay, so since then I've rebuilt the top end twice, not once but twice. And then the second time that I did a rebuild, I guess the second time around, I did some bottom end work too. I had to change a piston, or a piston head rather. So finally it sounds so good now. We're running. There's no weird noises. I ordered another head, so this is the second head that I've put on this bike since it broke down on me, and everything's good. Okay, I think everything is as it should be. So finally I've got a little bit of breathing room here, and I feel like I don't have to worry about as much, because we made it. But this has definitely been a long journey, and it's been something that I probably wanted to give up on multiple times, and I'm really glad that I didn't. I'm in neutral. Really glad that I didn't give up on this at times when I was, frustrated with it and whatnot. So we're back. Okay, that is the point. And this week is going to be really awesome because today's Wednesday, so I've got the bike fixed. Friday we have bike night. Sunday we have a big lot day planned in Houston. So I'm absolutely ready for that. That's going to be awesome. So far so good. The only little tweak, I guess, that I have to work out on here, or the only thing that I think is, sort of not really wrong, but not like it should be yet, is still the cam chain tensioner, which you'll remember after the first time I rebuilt it. That was definitely one of the things that I struggled with, but I didn't really think too much of it, because it turns out the tick that I had at that time was not the cam chain tensioner, it was the valve that broke. So anyway, now we can focus on things like the cam chain and all that stuff, because you really have to find, you kind of have to fine tune it. I have a manual cam chain tensioner, so you've really got to find that balance between, like, not too tight that it like lugs the motor down, but not too light that it like rattles and ticks and all that stuff and ends up throwing your bike out of time, which I don't know if I already did or not. But the bike has already kind of doesn't have as smooth of an idle as it did. I mean, it still idles fantastically, but not as smooth as it did. But earlier, I don't know, I was having some low oil pressure and stuff, so I just sent it to the rev limiter. So speaking of, anyways, so the bike runs really great though, now. And I mean, to be honest, it's never really ran this good. This bike, since I've owned it, has never ran like this at all. So, maybe I'm still a little bit in shock or something, I don't know. So I'm really excited though, because everything that's coming up this week/weekend, definitely going to be doing a lot of riding. I've got some little things left to tweak, bleed brakes, all that jazz. There's a cop, so make sure to use the old hand signals. I definitely hear somewhere in the, I don't know how many thousand RPM range, there's a little struggle in there somewhere. So, which I need new spark plugs in this thing, honestly, because I'm currently using the spark plugs that came with the other head, the new one that I just bought, and they weren't exactly new looking themselves, so go figure. But also, now, once again, every time you do some internal work like this, it's probably a good idea to adjust the throttle body, because you know, you never really know. But right now, I mean, it sounds great. I'm really happy with how this turned out. You know, everything is just excellent with it so far. So there is a cop behind me, so I don't want to get pulled over. That would suck. Guarantee you he heard me. Oh, he's pulling me over. How about that? So I definitely think I need a throttle body sync, which I'll probably do when I get to the house. So anyways, thanks for joining me today, guys. Really excited, man. A lot of good footage coming up in the next week or two with, you know, all the stuff that's happening. So I'm going to be making sure to carry around my little mobile charger and an extra SD card everywhere I go, because we're back. And I'm like beyond excited, you know, about finally being able to ride this thing again. So now though comes all the improvement time. If we can just be finished with the engine, which I definitely believe we are, then now comes the, you know, the pivotal point to where we move on to bigger and better things. So again, super excited. You guys just stick with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. So appreciate it. As usual, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and keep it here, because we still can't wheelie, but we're going to give it hell.